should be live. So, anyway, thank you everyone for the patience. I did not like interrupting the stream, but I didn't really have a good reason to go AFK for a bit yet. Maybe when I get some farms going, that reason will assert itself, but in the meantime, I just kind of have to close things out for a little bit. So, are we... There we go. Okay, sorry, it took a little bit to get the stream going. I don't know why. Okay, up until about a week and a half ago, I didn't... Oh, there goes my axe. Up until about a week and a half ago, I didn't have to hit one of the buttons to get the stream going. I just had to hit... basically hit start streaming. And now, for whatever reason, OBS requires me to hit 2 different buttons, and it doesn't always work. So... Alright, got one more sapling here. That's most of the stuff. Oh, there's another sapling, 2 over here. I know I could replant, but it's, you know, it's just me in this world, so not too worried about it. Let's head back. Okay, now what I want to figure out, and this is something I'm going to have to try to get as far away from that as possible, is why I got so lost getting out here. I went in roughly a straight line. So, hello, Mr. Cow. So I will confess, while I was eating dinner, I did have a little bit to drink, but that's just going to lower my filter a little bit. So, I mostly just wanted something to help me relax. So, okay, there's the first bamboo forest I saw. Interesting. Oh, I did have a whole nother axe. Oh well. Oh well, I managed to fill up what I've got, and I've got a decent amount of supplies, so... This should solve my wood issues and allow me to do fairly well on the rest of the build, which is the plan for the rest of this stream. I should have plenty of stone, I should have all the rest of the required materials. I just need to actually get the dang thing started. Okay, so we're in the Birch Forest here, and I did not seem to need to go through the sparse jungle that's over there. I think that's maybe where I went awry. I went through the sparse jungle on accident. It would just be very helpful to know roughly what location I need to go at and from in order to go straight to the Dark Oak Forest. Because I still need a few things from there. And... yeah. So that's part of the process. Project. That's a word. Still part of the project. So let's go across here. I love this respiration helmet. So, unfortunately, it's a gold helmet, so its durability is really, really crappy. Oh. I believe it has unbreaking on it? Yeah, unbreaking 3. And protection 4? Yeah. So right there is one of my best pieces of armor until I get some gold anyway. Not gold, diamond. So, like I said, the plan for all of next week's streams, including the stream on Friday, is to get things going so I have villagers going. Get villager trading up and running and all that fun. From there, a good chunk of my strategy. So here's the cornflowers and alliums. Still in the Birch Forest. It's getting dark. Is to get the villager trading, and then on Saturday of next week, I'm going to do end busting. Okay. That's cold taiga instead of temperate taiga. This isn't powdered snow, it's just regular snow blocks, but I really need to be careful because there is powdered snow in here, as I found out. And I'm in the meadow now, which means that I should be right across from the base. There's the really tall birch tree. Oh. Yeah, feather falling only does so much. Yeah, okay, I see my base from here. See where I placed all the lights. Okay, so this is a good bit of information to know, is that I have to actually head over this way. Oh, crud. And of course, I run out of hunger right as they come in, but look at that. That looks so good. And that's still just the upper levels, or that's still just the first, roughly half of its height. I've got so much more that I'm going to do. So the next sections are going to actually extend upward a little bit and then spread out. So, or go upward a little bit and then become a little bit more angular. It's not going to be a perfectly circular tower. So part of the interesting challenge for me is to make sure that all looks smooth. So, and I hopefully have accomplished that, but thinking about it right now, I might need more stone, so I have to take a bit of a break to go mine a little bit more stone. That's okay. Well, I'm here, you guys are all... Wrong button. Accidentally hit one with the shears. Deadly weapon shears. Oh. Alright. I wonder why they all congregate here. So odd. Alright. I gathered more wool, so that can go in there. Plenty of dark oak. Saplings. Yeah. That's all well and good. Apples. Yeah. So went ahead and did that. I'm going to sleep because we're good on fuel. The more that I think about it, yeah, I don't think that's going to be enough for what I have in mind. So let's go and enchant a couple more quick pickaxes real fast. And it's just 1, 2. Because I believe that... Actually... Unbreaking 2 with efficiency. I'm going to leave this here because that's the better of the 2 pickaxes. And I'm going to see what I can get on, or what enchantments I can get on these next 2 pickaxes. See if it will be anything worthwhile. Efficiency 1 and efficiency 1, so let's see what we got. Just efficiency 1. And efficiency 2 with unbreaking. So that should be applied like that. Efficiency 3, unbreaking 2. There we go. Yeah, that wiped out a lot of levels, but I'm going to go ahead and burn down this Silk Touch pickaxe, getting all the stone that I need. So that should be okay. Since I have yet another Silk Touch pickaxe, I should be able to get quite a lot going with this. That must have fire protection as an enchant. Leather does not last very long in the sunlight. So under fire damage, even that. So in case you didn't understand how it works, when a hostile mob that would burn in the sun, such as a skeleton or zombie, has armor on, the armor, especially the helmet, will take a fair bit of damage trying to protect them from the flames. Now, eventually it will fail. Grab that. It will eventually fail. But in the process of failing, it will, generally speaking, have taken so much damage that it will essentially be destroyed. So, and the higher the fire protection level, or the higher the protection level in general, the less damage it takes, the longer it takes to break down. If it has unbreaking, that doesn't affect it nearly as much as having protection and fire protection on it, because that significantly reduces the actual damage, and therefore the chances of durability occurring, or durability damage affecting the item, than unbreaking does. So, at least when it comes to ambient effects like poison, fire, stuff like that. I forgot how fun it was to have a Silk Touch pickaxe. This one at least breaks through it pretty quickly too, so... Yeah. Also, Wither Execution Chamber. I do want to have one, maybe not at the base, but definitely in the city, so I can very quickly deal with withers and farm. It'll make it much more worthwhile for me to have a wither skeleton farm. Because if I'm able to turn... or if I'm able to generate so many beacons that it's, I can use them as decoration, that would be absolutely wonderful. Well, full on go and do a B-dubs where I use them as lamps, but who knows? I may be able to get to that point. So, Wither Skeleton Farm is still on my list. So are a number of other common farms that are generally a little bit more on the dangerous side. Not sure about Magma Cube Farm. That one's solidly in the maybe not range. I don't know. It'll depend on accessing the nether roof. And right now the nether roof is... yeah, I'm not quite there yet. So, both in my confidence to be able to make it work, as well as my overall knowledge. Breaking bedrock is something that I'm not sure about. I can set up a portal, though. And definitely do that. So, because that will make the most sense, just to have a good portal for the whole thing. So, but, you know, being able to go back and forth would be quite nice. A gold farm, definitely. And then that is, of course, going to lead itself to a major piglin trading operation. So, yeah, I know most of these farms are generally to be used for people's economic gain. But, I mean, I'm by myself. I'm using them to get lots of stuff so I can build pretty things. One kitty on my bed, he's just sleeping, and I've got another kitty trying to get inside my room. So, with that said, we're about 15 minutes into this stream, and I'm enthusiastic. I'm quite happy. This should be a fairly productive stream. Last time was extremely productive. We went through the nether, we got so much experience, we got so much nether quartz, and so many other useful woods. Or not woods, but items, including some very useful wood. Ooh. I should not break that with Silk Touch. So. Let's just keep going along here. I don't know. I could make a diamond pickaxe. I would want to put a level 30 enchant on it, though. And I'm not there yet. Took all my levels to create levels to modify the pickaxe I currently have. And the pickaxe that I'm on right now is, yeah. So, I don't know. It's holding up quite well, and it's saving me the need to use a bunch of fuel to make this stuff. I'm enthusiastic. With that said, I think one more pass, the double wide like I just did, should be more than enough stone for what I have in mind. I don't know. We'll see. Ideally, I'd like to have another 2 stacks. So, I should be able to get there, but you never know. I don't know how big that coal deposit is, and that one actually has me worried. Okay, looks like it's just the 2 blocks. It's not that bad. Oh. Anyway, how's everyone's Saturday going? I hope your Saturday's been relaxing and productive. So, I've been productive in game, not productive in real life, though I did do a bit of cleaning in the bathroom. So, tomorrow, though, I've got grocery shopping, I've got chores around the house, I've got laundry, I've got so much I need to do tomorrow. So, I normally do not stream in any particular plan or schedule on Sundays. If I do stream, it's just I have the time and desire to use it for something like this. If I do play a game on Saturdays, it's usually just something else. It's not always Minecraft. Since most of my worlds right now are single player and it's just me, that's usually where I go with things. So, I won't be doing a hardcore for a bit, probably another couple months. I want this world to actually get pretty well progressed before I start looking into hardcore again. Yeah, I know I'm taking it the easy route, but I don't know. I feel I just need to practice and get a little bit better at the game. I'm still a relatively new person to the game. I don't know why people keep saying that I'm this great player. It's like, no, I'm actually very uncertain. So, building? Sure. I can have so much fun with building. But I have a lot of uncertainty when it comes to especially the combat aspect. To say nothing of PvP. Yeah. Master player of 4 different classes in World of Warcraft, yet PvP is something I could just never get. So, even when we were required to do PvP to get good gear, like in Burning Crusade and Classic, but that was teenager me, so I don't know. It just, yeah. that was not a very good part about trying to gear up in that time period. Also, in fact, the best staff in the game was absolutely useless without a significant amount of PvP armor in Burning Crusade. If you're uninitiated or anything on that, the reason why the best staff in the game was so great is because it gave a huge amount of spell power. Like, I believe it had a total of 48 spell power on it, which prior to the changes to stats and whatnot, spell power only affected combat spells. Well, as a... Oh, I definitely got what I needed. Do one more slice, because this thing still has plenty of durability on it. As a priest, spell power had the ability to impact the amount that I healed. But the main reason why you wanted high spell power on only a handful of items is it allowed your heal over time effects to be that much more effective. And there was a talent you could take as a holy priest that gave you a heal over time effect to some of your larger heals. And this staff made that heal over time effect blisteringly overpowered, compared to if you had just a regular staff, which had maybe 25 or 30 spell power on it. The reason being is that heal over time effects would take the spell power for each individual heal generated. So, now granted, the initial sample was taken when the spell was cast, but the mechanics of it meant that it would apply the spell power that the person had to the heal every single time it activated, which that meant that every single time it ran through its tick, tick being in World of Warcraft, each individual affected the spell that was cast. So each individual time it would activate a heal on the target that had the ability used on them, it would apply 48 additional healing to them. On an ability that had a base heal of about 110, that's huge. Couple that with a bunch of other spell power, and it completely changed the dynamics of what gear was worthwhile for certain people. And I mean completely. So, but in order to make it be remotely worthwhile from a mana perspective, since most healing staffs had large amounts of spirit on them, and this staff had 0 spirit, you needed to have at least 2 pieces from the PvP set at the time, preferably 4. Because that would give you all the spirit that you needed. Because of the set bonus between them, it would give you, I think, an additional 40 spirit. And that affected your mana regeneration. The staff was an amazing staff, but without that extra bonus of the extra 40 spirit, as well as a chance of getting an additional 10 spirit whenever a heal over time effect activated, you weren't going to be able to regenerate enough mana to make the big heals even worthwhile to cast. So, yeah, it was complicated, and I just put myself through it. I was part of a team. I needed to do what I needed to do as a member of the team. So, we just ground up enough honor to actually get the pieces. We didn't really plan on doing anything ranked. Yeah. I believe it was Arathi Basin I kept playing. If those of you who know what that means, yeah, I played Arathi Basin for like 3 weeks straight. Nothing but Arathi Basin and the raids. I didn't do anything else on any of my other characters or other projects that I had at the time. Just Arathi Basin. Okay. Gone ahead and... Oops, I don't need the bed on me. I'll keep these on me for now, but I need to convert all this stone into brick. The best way to convert brick is in the crafting bench. Just press and hold. And you'll go through what you got there. I'm also going to get a little bit more cracked brick in the form of maybe 2 more stacks. I don't need a huge amount. With that said, that's just to cover through what I'm about to remove right now. So, in the form of all that. And the stone bricks are also going to be a very, very useful component. So, to make those work, I'm going to convert another stack here. Go down. Okay, it's already gone through all that. Last thing is I have a stack of 64 stone walls here. I need exactly one more to convert into that, so I have 2 stacks. Why? It's mostly personal preference, but it will make a difference in the long run. So, yeah, you'll see. With that said, I do need to also grab the dark oak logs. Don't think I'll need that much scaffolding on me, so I can put some of that away. I should definitely have another stack of scaffolding on me. I can put the crafting tables away. I don't need those. Not another stack of scaffolding, another stack of the dark oak logs. Because the next step on this whole process is for me to place these and strip them going up exactly 5 blocks. And it has to be in exactly the right place. Why does that matter? Personal preference. So, but it also will help keep things consistent. So, underneath the bottom, to start with, I'm going to use a stair block. We're going to place that here, okay? On the inside of where this is. We're also going to do that on the same face over here. Okay, let's go around and place all those, because we can then place the stripped oak logs going up exactly 5 blocks from those positions. Let's go ahead and place these. So this is where the oak log braced in place. This is mostly aesthetic. This isn't structural anymore. Because if it were to be structural, the logs would continue up the whole length of the tower. But I want to have this particular piece of aesthetics, even if it's going to seem a little out of place. And you'll see why here shortly. So, I do not know why he is trying so hard to get inside the room. Sorry, my cat's pulling on the door and it's wobbling. So, if that comes through the recording, it comes through the recording. Or to the stream, I should say, because this is a stream, not a recording. Yeah. I don't know why streaming is so much easier for me than recording. I don't know. It's probably the fact I don't have to edit it as much, but yeah. If at all, I don't think I've edited any of my streams. I don't know. Judge that for what you will. Alright. Gone ahead and done that, so we're going to switch to our axe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just 5. Okay. Go ahead. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh. The reason being is it's creating another stable section. 3, 4, 5. That looks like it was planned. So, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Where's my wrist vibrating? It's my watch telling me I need to get up and stretch. 5. Okay? So we're just going to continue going around the whole thing to use this as the anchoring block. Because we're then going to build up the walls using basically the same concept, though there's going to be a whole lip that's involved to carry everything up. 5. That's 1 too tall. It's something that you just have to be careful of. It's an easy fix. Just place the block. So. Alright. That's a total of 5 tall. 3, 4, and 5. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Come on. Oh, I'm out of logs. Alright. Yeah. So we just got the last one over there, and that'll finish that off. So 3, 4, 5. Okay. Now just take that out of my offhand because I've done that far too many times. Okay, I don't need a silk touch pickaxe in my hands right now, so I can go ahead and place the cracked bricks and the regular stone bricks along here. Now, let's heal up because, dropping has been hurting me. To finish this off, I'm going to draw a line of bricks along just this edge. And I don't want to vary this one up much because this isn't really going to get seen much. It's going to get covered up on the inside, and it's mostly just aesthetic and partially structural, but it's mostly aesthetic. Okay? So, do the same here, and that allows us to place one block here and go up. And there, that completes this section of the wall. I don't know exactly what I'm going to put in this spot here. I may put a slab just to keep it from being a spawnable spot, but we will see. Okay? We will see. Essentially going to do the same thing along this edge. And while I have a chance to, I'm also going to raise up the I'm going to raise up the scaffolding so I don't forget about it. Knowing me, I'll forget and then realize that I have to make this weird jump to get back down. So, just draw this across here. 2. And then this is where the walls will be based off of from here. So, I could put one on here, but I kind of want the logs to be visible on this side going forward. It's just a part of the complexity of the design that I'm going with. I do want there to be some occasional splashes of color that make it look like an unavoidable aspect of the construction process. So, more there. So, and I'm also trying to keep this kind of angular like this. So, just to limit the amount of space on the interior that's being used by this whole process. Over here. What am I caught on? Felt like I was caught on something. Alrighty. Oop. Another stack of... Oh, let's make sure to replace this and put the cracked brick in there where it's supposed to be. He is really insistent on trying to get in here, so. Alright, as this section is now only 4 blocks taller, I can just simply do groups of 2. So. And very quickly knock out a large section of this. There we go. So let's go ahead and do that around all the remaining core sections, and I can just keep dropping down like I have been. See, I've worked my way up and accidentally built myself into a hole. That's okay though. I can then go along and place the very much necessary blocks to build this all together. So, and this is creating kind of an inset terrace, which is what I wanted. So I'm happy with that. Oh, did I just try to place shears? I totally did. See, now that's a mistake. And there goes the block. Meant to place that. Go ahead and grab that so it doesn't despawn. Come on, let's go down. There we go. So already you can see how much taller this is getting, and it's only 4 more blocks taller than it was before. But this kind of terracing helps make the whole construction process seem a little bit more designed. So I know that's kind of a vague term, but it does help to understand just what can be done within a build. That is something that very often just gets overlooked when building large, complicated builds such as this. And knowing that you can have a visual effect of a tower getting taller and taller without it actually getting much taller is an important one to go into. But I'm still trying to maintain a circular shape right now. Okay? It's going to get a bit different when I go in the next inset. So let's go ahead and go over here. So, and the randomness of what I'm placing in the blocks that I'm placing right here is just that. It's random. Don't have any. I have a couple different patterns I like to place, but it's all completely random based off of whatever I happen to click at the moment. So. Yeah, this is coming along quite nicely. I don't think I'll put a window in this section. I've got the windows here. I might put another window facing that way on that side, but yeah, we're kind of... Oh. Not quite sure. Got these last 2 little sections to do. Of course, there's a wandering trader down there. Note to self, make a gate. Alright, let's go over here. And there we go. We've got this section already in place. Now, the reason why I brought the stairs with me when I initially came up here is so I could go around and place them as I need to. But to finish this off, these sections right here are going to become kind of a balcony area. All right, so there's going to be little bits and pieces that kind of change in this one. With that said, though, it's going to be relatively straightforward. I'm just going to place the stair blocks on the straight pieces only, including on top of this one. So, just going to go like this. So, and then in the places like that, I place that. So this spot is also going to get something kind of different, but that's okay. You'll see in a bit. I'm gonna have to fix this and move it before I can do much more, but that's okay. It's currently where I need to place a bit of stuff, so. So we've got lots of mobs down there because it's dark. Yeah, so this section's just going to be, this section's basically being framed by the dark oak. So, but unlike previously, I'm not going to show how it looks until I get this whole section done. You guys are just going to have to wait and be patient to see what it looks like when it's done. So, because patience is actually very helpful in times like this. Plus, my goal is to get the base done as quickly as possible, so those diversions, while they are helpful for you guys, I can't keep justifying them if I'm trying to get this all done today. Almost all the way through. Okay. So the interior is going to be a whole other project into itself too, but interiors are fun. I have to do all the functional elements first though, so that's going to take a bit of trial and error. So, not that I'm not confident I can get it done. For the most part, I am confident. It's just, it's going to be a project. So, it's going to be a part of the project. So the reason for adding in these, though, is so I can then add the next layer of stair blocks, which I don't think I've made enough. But that's okay. Because there will be places where there will be stair blocks, just as a little bit of extra, around the balconies here. Thinking I may need to just simply... Yeah. That's the best course of actions, just to simply do that, and then stairs along here. To get those. And then do the same thing along this side. Alright, did not place a block. Oops. So, and I already know I'm not going to have enough stairs, because each one of those is going to take 6, and I'm short. Next one. So let's go ahead and add this stuff in here, because this is just simply framing the balcony that will go here. Okay. And then in this spot is where the stone pillar will go. Not the stone pillar, the stone wall will go up. Stone brick wall. Holy cow, I cannot say the right term for anything to save my life today. Oh. Oh well. Yeah, let's go ahead and go down the scaffolding. Grab a bit more stairs, because I will need more stairs going down, so I need another half stack. Yeah, that should be about right. Well. Gone through pretty good shape here. I just went ahead and converted that whole stack there. Might as well. Then I've got fair bit of cracked brick here. So that's good. Chiseled stone brick, I haven't used much of that yet. We'll need lanterns for this next particular step, though. Yeah. Not sure why that was going there, but... Sometimes, things get a little weird. Fortunately, storage systems can help keep things simple. So. And yeah, I do know I do remember I do need to move this, but that's a little bit down the line right now. Let's start by first placing the lantern towers. Okay. That's 2 blocks? No, 3. Yeah, definitely 3. And these will be what provides light to the area. And add a framing ambiance, so to speak, to the upper reaches, or to the next seer. Right. Like I said, I am awake. I promise that I'm awake. Oh. Okay. Fix that part. So this will provide a bit of ambient lighting to the next couple reaches, or next couple levels within the tower. Because from here, its shape is going to change a fair bit. So, alright. With that said, the balcony is going to be operating from here as kind of a floor, so to speak. And it will have a wraparound. So let's go ahead and add in that wraparound element in the form of a layer of stone brick along this edge. Okay? Now, I know those stairs go up a little bit. I don't think, but yeah, I should probably do that. Go up a little bit, that's okay. So we're just going to go along here and add in this wraparound. So I should finish it off here, 2 and 3. And that'll allow it to keep going that way. So, this isn't meant to be the world's safest area. It's just meant to be kind of like the parapet would be the technical term for it, of the tower. So if in the event the city that's going to get built here gets besieged to the point where they have to withdraw into some of the larger structures, each of the structures will have its own defensive elements built into it. Well, that's what I'm going to be aiming for here. Have a planned defensive element included in here so the tower can be held. There we go. So, and then from here, we're going to draw out where the balcony areas are going to be, and it's going to identify where the walls are going to go up from the rest of it. So, we're going to go in 1, 2 blocks here only. Okay? I'm going to go in 2 blocks here as well. And basically going to replicate this around the entire thing. Okay? Now, spruce logs are going to be used on the interior of these, but as this is all mostly part of the exterior and the core structure, it's not really needed to use the spruce just yet. Actually, it's going to be strip spruce, but yeah. So let's go ahead and, oops, ran out of brick. Go along here and add in just a bit more. So if you ever do design a tower or a large structure in Minecraft, one of the cardinal mistakes far too many people make is that they get stuck within a shape and they just replicate that shape going up and up and up and up and up. And it feels so constrained when you do that. It feels so restrictive. So I'm going to fill this whole area in here with slabs. So let's go ahead and go grab those if I have them. If not, I can make them. But now we're starting to get into some of the more complicated elements within the tower. So that's okay. All part of the fun. I'm pretty sure I have some slabs somewhere. Don't I? I made one of those deep slate tile. Okay, let's do it the bright way, please. And yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm going to need quite a bit, so I can always change it up. Always change it up later. Let's go ahead and grab 4 more stacks of stone to convert to stone brick. There we go. I don't need this in here right now. So let's go ahead and go up, and since I have the slabs on me right now, I can slab those spaces I was a little concerned about. We'll run around the outside and slab them real fast. So, which is, I slab them? No, I ended up actually using them. Okay, I could have swore there were some spaces that I needed to slab before I came up here. No, we're all good. Alright, so slabs are going to go like this. They're going to be bottom slabs, and this space is going to be basically spawn-proof from that because of this. Now, you may be asking yourself, well, then what's the purpose of the light? Ambiance? So, there we go. And so we're going to replicate that same look at every single other one with the 45-degree angle in here. Because the next portion of the tower is going to be at a 45-degree angle. Yeah, I know I said I would build one. Well, this is it. So this will require a bit of playing around to make it all nice and pretty on the inside, but that's okay. That is okay. So, should not feel restricted to do things exactly the right way. So, see, I just made a small mistake by placing that right there. It's fixable. See, fixed. So let's go over here. And now you see why I wanted to do this the way I did it. I just did that wrong. Okay, and this one. Okay. There we go. I may have made too many slabs. That's okay. There we go. Everything looks the same. Which is kind of true. There we go. Then from here we can build up the walls and anchor full blocks in these corners, like so. There we go. Let's go ahead and do the same thing over here. And I will eventually put in access over here onto the balconies. Likely will not be on the angle here, but it will instead be kind of in a access to the parapet, so to speak, out here. So, with that said, we're going to also include in these pop-outs so that the shape just got a lot more complicated. So, put a block here. And debating if I should do an overhang or not. No, I don't think I'll do it. No. Yeah, I'm going to do an overhang. So, an overhang in this particular type of castle design, or any particular design like this, for that matter, is a area that is partially encompassed within the wall that will have some sort of element enclosing it from above. So in this particular instance, and this is inspired by certain designs within medieval castles, it's just going to be a simple little wooden ledge overlooks it. If you want an example of this, the Castle of Winterfell uses these quite substantially for their defensive aspects, or for not defensive aspects, but for certain elements within their walls. So let's go ahead and place that there. It's where you see Stark initially looking at his sons doing archery practice, and then Arya Stark comes along and one-ups the boys. So that's what you're seeing right there. So I'm going to add in this right here, yeah. And now it's the point where I need to start actually looking at making sure this is all varied, made with varied blocks. So yeah, I don't want to get too far along in this particular process. So yeah. Let's go over here. And this is one of the things I really like about Minecraft, that I can, in general, just do whatever I want to do. The same thing with Space Engineers. You don't feel like you have to use the same group of things as everyone else. You can just do what you want. Alright. With that said, I've got a decent amount of materials here, and we're no longer going to include the wood. Okay? But we are going to need to build this overhang here, which is going to be kind of tricky. So since we've got the one block here, we only really need to go up another 2 blocks to make this workable. And then I can enclose the overhang. And the overhang's kind of like a cut into a part of the castle's elements. So this is all going to be full blocks, because eventually I'm going to incorporate stone brick walls into the design to add in further depth and layer elements. But as it is right now, I'm just going to concentrate on getting this particular step going. And there. Or regular brick. Okay. Let's go over here. Oh, sorry, I got a little quiet there. This process is kind of starting to make me think twice about it, but okay, I'm just running through the whole plan in my head. There we go. So, yeah, this is working. I'm going to need a block to turn into a not insignificant amount of stones, or not stone stairs, but wooden stairs. So, because they now have to go over a portion of this. If you walk along here, they're up here. Maybe I should do something... Ooh. I had a thought. Interesting thought. I have the wood for it. Let's do that. Yeah. I currently have the room in my inventory. Let's take an entire stack of spruce logs, convert them to that, and how many trapdoors? That should be more than enough. Yeah, that'll work. And it's in a part of the build that should be fine. Yeah. Sorry, going through processes in my head. So, I'm thinking of incorporating the trapdoors into the overhang instead of... I was originally going to do dark oak stairs, but if I can get the trapdoors to work... Now, the interesting thing I'm going to do here is I'm going to occasionally rotate one of them. There's going to be no rhyme or reason to any of them. So... It's going to look like this was just sort of thrown together as it was needed. Yeah. I like that look. This edge too, because I'm at the point where I need to actually include the relevant elements that are going to be included in the next parts of the castle, and this is going to be one of them. Alright. Alright. Now, unfortunately, I do need to relocate the scaffolding, so... relocate it at least... to here. Alright, that should be plenty high enough. Okay. Yeah. I'm liking this. And now you can see why I chose this shape, though. It's very symmetrical. So let's go ahead and head up. Start working on the next couple of elements in this design. So since I have that here, in the form of the overhang, I can place the blocks along here, and kind of, yeah, let's place the stone stairs on here too. So. This will just add another little bit of depth to this particular element. Since I wasn't originally planning on including it, having it added in is somewhat important. Don't know if I'll leave the end ones like this or if I'll do an overhang or something, so that will be a decision for another time. But the idea is this will hopefully have a very particular look from a distance when it's done. And I think I'm achieving that. Alright. That done, let's go back to placing blocks for the walls. And these walls need to go up at least another 8 blocks. So this section is going to be relatively tall. Let's go over here. So, sorry. Oh, hey, sorry about that. Sorry, Owen, I just saw the messages. Yes, I got all this with iron and stone, mostly iron picks. Because I'm on the mountaintop here, there's a fair abundance of iron. But yes, it's going to be for a castle. This is primarily going to be like my starter base. The rest of the castle is going to cover the entire mountaintop, as you see here. So, sorry it took me so long to respond, dude. I was kind of in my own world for a bit there. So I tend to do that while building. I just kind of forget about the rest of the world around me. So, how's your Saturday night going? Hope it's going well. So, there we go. Oops, stone brick. So, I have an enchanter down there, and that's how I got most of the recent stuff that I've got, because I enchanted some pickaxes. So, yeah, all this is with iron. So, I don't have a single diamond tool yet. That's good to hear, dude. So, you do anything fun for your Saturday? Oh, thanks. It's persistence, really. So, I know it takes time, but do what you gotta do. Anyway. So far, everything has been going quite functionally. And yeah. So this is going to be the tower that's the start for my starter base. And I'm hoping to get as much of it done tonight as possible. Oops, trying to turn my shovel into a block. As much of it done tonight as is possible, and I need more stone brick here in a bit. So. Well, I mean, YouTube's doing something, as long as you're having a good time. So, which, by the way, thank you for tuning in. So, do appreciate it. I know I'm still extremely small, so every person that watches every few minutes is very helpful. So, do you play Minecraft too? Here, place that. So, let me know if you want me to pull away from this and give you a long distance view. I said I wouldn't do a couple, but since you're a new face, a new name, I'm happy to do it for you. So, go down and grab a bit more stone. So, what kind of Minecraft player are you? So, builder, redstoner, PvPer? I'm not laughing at the idea of you possibly being a PvPer. I'm just laughing in general. I need more stone. Don't think I'm gonna have enough. So, we'll see. We shall see. So, but yeah, let me know if you want me to do a pullback so you can see what the tower looks like from a distance. There's a lot of detail here. So, a lot of detail. I've gone up how far now? Oh crud. That's cool. 1, 2, 3. I need to go up another 4 blocks. Okay. Sorry, I lost my place for a second there. I need to double check where I was. So, what's your favorite building style? And I'm also going to ask, what's your favorite building block? So, Everyone has their own favorites. I like to see what other people do. Anyway. Give me a little bit and I'll, let me just finish this because I'm going to have to go get more stone anyway from the cave underneath. So, no matter what, I'm going to have to run down somewhere else anyway. So, I've got one stack of stone left after this, so that might be enough for me to finish the next row after this. I'm not entirely sure. So, we shall see. Yeah. As you can see, it's actually quite a tall tower so far, and it's only getting taller. So, oh, over here. Dang it! Oh, there goes that crackstone brick. I was trying to place it here. Place that one there. So let's go over here. And let's go over here. So this build style that I'm working on right now is intended to be kind of realistic seeming. Like this is a castle you could genuinely have found in real life. So I don't necessarily know if I'm exactly accomplishing that goal, but I'm gonna give it a good old try. So I could use some of the slabs to make that. Okay, yeah. Should be okay in supplies, and I just totally missed an opportunity to fill my inventory. Alright. This is the last segment to go up. Going quite nicely. And then from here, I'm going to do the roof. So that's cool. I'm not necessarily aiming for a medieval style build with this. I'm more aiming towards probably a 17th century style in the build. Yeah, 17th century. So it's something that where they would have had to actually have to factor in things like firearms into their defenses and their armory plans and stuff. So yeah, that's a good point. And that's a good time point for me to claim that to base this around. I don't exactly have a specific build style in mind. I'm just aiming for a highly functional appearing look. Of course, the giant fanciful tower doesn't exactly support that, but oh, you do what you can. So, and then varying the stone brick with the cracked brick and stuff, this is just me attempting to make it seem a little bit more weathered. I don't know. It might not come across that way, but yeah. Certainly gonna try. So. Yeah. I don't really use shaders that much. IRL, I have vision issues, so shaders really mess with my eyes. Oh, that was the last of my cracked brick. Got more down below. Let's go and see what all I got stone-wise. I know I have more cracked brick. I could definitely finish this off with what I've got. So, the roof won't take much stone, so I just need like 3 or 4 more stacks of stone for that. Oh, that was all my cracked brick. Alright, well, I'll make these last couple work. So, I don't plan on using that furnace for any more cracked brick in the time for the next little while, so before I forget. And that wasn't very helpful. That should be tall enough now. reach up to the top here. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Excellent. Okay. I will do my best to make this last. So. Alright, let's, that didn't place. Alright, and with this, that should be the last one. Okay. We are all set in this stage, so... Oh no, there's a bunch of other castle type blocks, dude. Deep slate brick, blackstone brick. Hell, you can do almost anything with any kind of brick, really. What block would you say that the base of the tower is made out of, for example? So I'm gonna head down. I'm gonna take the scaffolding down in the process because I have to reposition it anyway. That was a little too fast. And I'm gonna go get some more stuff. But tell me, what block do you think the lower section of the walls here is made out of? So I'd really love to hear what you think this is. So let's go ahead and skip the night, and let me grab my Silk Touch Pickaxe, which is right here. So don't have, did not mean to split that. Have a ton of stuff, but let's skip the night, and just let me know what you think the block is, because it is not a block that you would normally have thought to be used for a castle. But see how it blends everything so well? I may have just given it away. Darn it. Let's run past all the burning mobs. Go down into the cave. So, this cave just goes down. It goes all the way down to deep slate and diamond level. And it has, so far, I found 2 different mine shafts in it, along with multiple spawners. So... And there we go. This is where I've been digging at my stone. I almost went too far. So let's go ahead and get a couple more stacks worth of stone here. And this is a Silk Touch Pickaxe, by the way. So, enchanted it a little while ago. So far, so good. It's certainly helping out quite a bit. I could use my regular pickaxe to grab some as well, but I'd need to smelt it. I'd rather burn through this Silk Touch Pickaxe instead, rather than do that. So let's just see what all I can get. I only need about 2, maybe 3 more stacks to finish it off once I get to the next stages. So. I've got all the deep slate I'm going to need too, so that's also a good thing. Oh no, don't let yourself feel constrained, so... Yep, that's acacia wood. So, normally if you strip it, it's bright orange. The planks are a bright orange, but I'm not using it in its orange form. I'm using it in the gray form, too. So, it's not a block you would normally think of as part of a castle, is it? So, oh, more coal. Ah, so much coal. Okay. I don't want to use the Silk Touch Pickaxe on it, because I don't want it to just be a waste. Oh, there it goes. How much did that get me? Almost 2 stacks. Okay, I'll use my regular pickaxe. Grab some coal, though. Oh. Let's get as much as I can. So this pickaxe is... For an iron pickaxe, it's great. So... It's okay, dude. It's also one of those names that is kind of tricky to pronounce. So, it is what it is. That said, I think once I finish this row here, I'm just going to call it a good. And then this should be a little over a stack worth of cobblestone that I get. I'll just smelt it down to the stone that I need. So, yeah, don't underestimate how much you can do with iron pickaxes. When I was playing on Baycraft, which is where I started playing Minecraft, I only had iron pickaxes for the longest time. I spent weeks mining for diamonds, and I did not find any. So, like, I didn't find any at all. It wasn't until I found just like the right sweet spot for getting them that I was able to get some. But yeah, it was fun and tricky. So, look at this cave. It just keeps going. And that out there is exposed. It's over by the village. Oh, there's so much here. There's a zombie spawner directly below this area, a couple spider spawners. Have I fallen off my tower yet? Yes, many times. And I'm not I cannot MLG water bucket to save my life, so I can sometimes get the MLG scaffold to work. Sometimes. So I don't know, it's one of those where you just have to very, very carefully time. Oh, rotten flesh. I don't want rotten flesh. Very, very carefully get it just right. So. And since I'm also up here, I'm going to shear my sheep. And so. Come on. So this is getting automated as soon as I have, you know, the space set up for it, because yeah, I hate doing this. It's painful. They're always pushing. So. Oh yes, the caves are amazing. So anyway, let me head over here and I'll scaffold up a bit. Show you what the tower looks like from a distance. And I want you. Yeah. MLG takes practice, takes skill and practice, and it's just something I can't do. Oh, so, okay. That should be high enough. Okay. So I'm just gonna go up and give you a little bit of a sneak peek, dude. Okay. So this is what the tower looks like, and this is also, holy cow, is that? I've got some pillagers down there. Okay, they must have showed up recently. So this is a sneak peek of just the general build aesthetic and the design for the eventual castle, okay? So here's what it looks like. In its very much unfinished form, that's the tower. So it's probably going to be another 7 or 8 blocks taller, and it's going to have a roof. But yeah, that's the tower. What do you think? Oh. Thank you, dude. So now imagine this being a whole castle covering the entire mountaintop. Oh, it's, yeah. I love building. I love creating complicated designs, and this is coming together, and I'm loving it. So. So let's go ahead and get the roof on it, and we'll see just what we can do. I don't know if you can tell from this angle right now, but there is actually 2 different blocks being used in the roof line right there that are adding into the depth of the whole look in here. And if you get a look at it real fast, you'll probably figure out which block it is. But see how it adds that extra little bit of depth in there? 3D building and complex building concepts, including adding in depth and color saturation, are things that I really try to focus on especially in Minecraft. And I'm pulling out all the stops when it comes to this build. So, let me know what you think, dude. Because, yeah, stuff like this is meant to be shared. So, if you want tips and techniques on building and whatnot, hey, feel free to ask. I'm more than happy to help. Go ahead and place that in here. I meant to toss the cobblestone in here to let it do that thing. I forgot. Let's grab all this. So. Oh, now comes the tricky part of trying to get the rest of it all to cooperate, so let's go ahead and make a couple blocks of coal. Top that off so I don't have too much space in there. And now we need to place the scaffold in, which this seems like as good of a block as any right here. Yep, there we go. Nice and perfect. So. Well, see, the thing is the cool thing about this log is it looks like it's a small little tile. It looks like it's a bunch of small tiles. Or maybe even cuts into large chunks of rock. What I wanted this to look like is this whole area was just carved out of an existing piece of rock on the mountainside. And dare I say, I think I achieved that. So. There we go. Just adding on the one final layer there. Let's go over here, and now we're going to start working on a bit of the roof design, which, of course, I didn't grab any of the blocks needed for the roof. So let's go back down again. That was smart. So, and there's these windows along the side here, which there will be more windows. So, yeah. Of course, I didn't grab any of the blocks that would be needed for the roof or for the sides of it all or anything. So let's go back and fix that mistake. I'm gonna need quite a bit of cobbled deep slate. I should probably have that in me, so I don't need that. I can come back for these. I definitely don't need these. Probably need those. Okay. Let's grab all the cobbled, all the deep slate there. Chiseled. Don't know if I'll need those. And then a bunch of cobbled deep slate. Because, yeah. Let's turn this all into the deep slate tiles. Which this is our main roofing material, these deep slate tiles. But you can also turn these into deep slate bricks. I started the walls for the tower, I think during episode 5 of my streams, but it may have been episode 4. So, in total, I think, including going to the Nether, collecting all the resources I've gotten, it's probably taken me the better part of about 10 hours so far. So, I think that's a fair assessment of how long it's taken. It's about 10 hours. So, let's grab that, and I'll just convert these to rest of the deep slate tile walls, because I think I'll need those. Okay. Anything else that I need to grab with me before I head up there? Well, just the last block that goes in the design, which I'm gonna need a lot of it, so this is time in which a good chunk of it is gonna get used. If I need more, I've got more down here. So yeah, I would hazard a guess in saying it took. Yeah, that's probably about the right length. The time is 10 hours. So So, might be less, might be more. 10 hours is about right. So, with that said, though, that's all with iron tools, as you noted. So, I'm kind of hamstrung to a point. So, if I had had better tools, if I had had better enchantments, it would have been significantly less time. So, but it's what it is. We make do with what we got. So, with that said, I'm going to start on the roof here, and for this roof, I'm going to do the same thing that I've done in the other ones, and I'm going to use a little bit of careful shading to add a layer of depth to it. Now, you may be asking yourself, why the layer of depth? Well, to be perfectly honest, it makes the whole thing seem just that much more full. So, and it really does quite work. Now, I'm going to have to be very careful with this, because the amount of wool that I'm going to need for this build, I don't know if I have enough. So, but that's okay, because if I don't have enough, I can always get more for my sheep. It's one of the advantages of that, I guess. Alright, so along here, I'm going to continue to build up the layer in depth, okay? And I'm going to do that by adding in a brick, or adding in bricks like this. Go. Should be enough. Let's try along here. And with this offset, you'll notice it just makes the whole thing look kind of weird. Well, there's a reason for that. So by having this offset here, it'll allow me to actually have the roof look just a slight rounded shape. So. Oh yeah, no, the Ender Dragonton can do a lot of damage. I'd be lying if I said that I was prepared for him, because I'm not. But I'll get there. Okay? And that's the thing that I've acknowledged for myself, is that I know that I'll get there. It may take a little while, but I will get there. Let's just do this. So in the middle here, I'm going to place the stone wall and have it go all the way up. With that, we've now got a good chunk of the roof line for the 45-degree angle. Now we need to add in the final peak, so to speak, of the roof line, which is going to go like this. And this is why I said it's going to take a lot of wool, because that was a good amount of wool just to get up that high. And that's not going to include bringing it all together in the center, which that's a whole nother can of worms with this. So, like I said, I don't think I have enough wool. That's okay. So if I don't have enough, I don't have enough. I can fix that. I can get more. That's why I have the sheep. And the stone bricks I'm putting down here, these are not permanent. These are just a temporary aspect to create or to add something into the design. So, said we've got this down here. What did I use as a centerpiece on the other side? See, I do this quite often, as I'll double check what I did. I can't tell from this angle. So, let's go and take a look, see. Go ahead and go over here. And I used full blocks. Okay. That's fine, though. For this particular part, it's fine to use full blocks, so. Oh, really? No, I found some diamonds so far, but not much. And it's, it's what it is. So I'll get more diamonds as time goes on. So, for the most part, I'm going to be relying on villagers or things like diamond armor and diamond tools. So if that helps you understand just the trajectory that I'm taking with this. So villager trading features fairly prominently into my long-term plans. So, oops. That's okay. Over here. So, as it is right now, I don't think I'll subject my viewers to diamond mining anytime soon. That's part of the reason why I wanted to use villagers for that. As it just seems unnecessary for me to force you guys watch me mine diamonds. So, I'm gonna try to limit the kind of mindless stuff that I do on the channel, but sometimes it is necessary because it is Minecraft. There's only so much you can do to avoid it. So you just have to kind of go with it. So, anyway, with that said though, if you have a suggestion for things that you'd like me to do, I'm totally willing to listen to it, and feedback is always appreciated. As for the schedule for the series, right now I'm a little over a week in. And my plan is to next weekend go to the end and deal with the Ender Dragon and do some end busting for most of Saturday. Ah, darn it! So, alright, I'm gonna go down and fix that, and I need to redo the scaffolding because, well, it just needs to be a bit taller, so. There we go, okay. Let's go. Oh, that's just the inside. Believe it or not, it's just getting started. Okay, there was a full block that dropped down over here. Must have already picked it up. Okay. This is just getting started, dude. Alright, now I've got a couple of these. I'm going to throw at least 2 stacks into becoming deep slate tile stairs, because those will be how I merge everything together. But for the most part, I'm going to use mostly full blocks on that. Did I make that tall enough? Yeah, I think I did. Alright, so let's go ahead and work on... should be enough slabs. Work on getting the rest of the roof in place. So, and trust me, this is just stage 1 of the roof. I'm eventually going to have to come through here and knock out all the bricks, so that way the wool will be showing through on the other side, because the wool is actually the under roof. It's a lower portion of the roof. So since we're up here, I'm going to use this opportunity to place the slab there. And here goes... oh, I don't think I'll be able to do it. Let's go over here. Do that. Up. And then... oh, not there. Not there. Not that one. It's supposed to be a stair block. Stair goes here. Roof goes... and the full block goes here. And then slab goes on top of that. But when we get there. Okay? Right now, I'm just trying to get kind of a framework in place, and then I'll just work my way around the whole thing with the resources I brought with me. So, not quite. So, for this particular castle, there's going to be this large tower here, and then over there is going to be a much larger structure that's going to have its own set of towers, and some of them will be taller than this. But this is just going to be one of the larger structures within the overall design. And the fact that it's a tower is going to be kind of secondary. So. Yeah. That was a drop. So, with that said, up here is where I'm going to double check on that side. Yeah, I did not on that side. So, this is also where a stair block is going to go. So, I need to make sure I put one here to help include that, because this is now helping create some of the rounded shape for the whole thing. So, place these in there. I'll leave it as... I could change that later if I feel like it needs to be changed. So. Yeah, there we go. Now let's place 2 full blocks like that. On the front is going to be a stair. There's going to be a stair. Going to be a not upside down stair. Going to be a stair like so. And that's another upside down stair, dang it. There we go. And then for the rest, I just fell. Oh, it's almost as if this is how I've accidentally ended a hardcore series. Okay. Well, let's carefully make our way down. I have feather falling on my boots, so it helps a little bit. It was still fun. Okay. I don't need you on here. I need these guys. Okay. Let's go back up. So, if you fall, you just get right back up. So, let's work up to here. Get what we can. So, alright. I'm going to concentrate on just this side for now. So I'm basically going back to where I just essentially walked off an edge. And see how this area is flat and boring and just doesn't pop like it could? Well, we're going to fix that. Along this edge is actually supposed to be another block of wool. What am I doing? So, there we go. And yeah, this does not need to be here. Alright, this stair block is not part of the design. Okay. Because wool block goes here, and then the stair block actually isn't included. So, at least not yet. So, we're going to go up to this point, and we're going to leave that as it is. But in front of it, we're going to place a slab. Okay? So this is actually having the roof pop out a bit and adding a little bit more depth to the design. So, and I think we'll just leave that as is. Alright. Now, the next fun part's going to be extending these inward and using them to cover the space. But first I have to get the roofs in the adjacent corners sorted out. So let's go ahead and work on that, because it is really quite simple. And let's go ahead and replace this. Okay. And here we go. Before I get too far along, I actually should take on a couple of elements that are going in here, which this is one. I have a kitty cat trying to get through my door. He's being quite loud, so I apologize if that comes through on the stream. So, alright. And there. And did I include... So, I'm going to go back and forth a little bit because some of this is being done by ear. Okay? Oh, the slab was included above. Okay. Alright, so that's good. And then for each of these wool blocks, we're going to place one more sticking out. Going on top of this is yet more deep slate tile. And then we build up to here. Do we? Yes, we do. And a slab goes in that spot. So, I think we're done on this section of the roof, so let's go up to the top here. So, in the front we place a slab, then we place stairs, and then behind that goes a full block. Yep. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I do. I do. There's all kinds of... Look, I'm not trying to you know, diss or be mean to any content creators, but sometimes people do come up with some of the weirdest stuff. So... But that said, I mean, it's to each their own. I don't find it particularly entertaining, but I'm certain there are people that do. So, let them enjoy what they enjoy. So, yeah, it's not my place to judge a person's particular interests in getting entertained, especially when it comes to online medium like YouTube. So, alright. Got that already in place, so work our way down. Now, this section here is going to be a little tricky. Should be okay. Unless I fell again. Alright, let's try scaffolding. See, that was horrible. That was absolutely horrible. So, oh, well, this gives me an opportunity to step back and take a look at something. Fortunately, I can't see it because it's too dark. Let's skip the night. Here. I did. Okay. Sorry, I was asking a question about myself, how I handled something, and I was just trying to make sure I had it the same way as on the other ones. So, because unfortunately, sometimes I forget what I did just after I did it. So, yeah. So, it's an easy thing to fix. Stop for a moment, go take a look. Anyway. Oh. Yeah, it happens. And it's... Yeah, I'm not going to speculate on your age, dude, because that would be wildly inappropriate. But, yeah. And I don't necessarily know if it would be, you know, minors outright, or if it's other people that are just encouraging it. So, but, yeah. I don't know. It is one of those things that just comes across as like, really, you guys? Really? Do you really need to do that? Alright, so what happened here? I must have placed that on accident. Okay. That's fine. I'm actually going to make my way around, because now I'm questioning myself again. So, on what I did with that particular, because now it looks different than I remember it. So don't feel that you have to get it perfect every single time if you're making a build. Stop. Go back. Look at something. Don't rush. Okay. Let me know if this one is... That's not a full block in that space. Okay. Got the answer I needed. Let's go around over here. This is supposed to be a stair block. So let's place that there. Move you, dude. Oh, dang it, it went flying. Goes like so. And this one goes like so. Okay. Move on to the next section of roof. We're already having all kinds of fun. Oh, the one who's making noise to try and get inside my room right now, his name is Junior. He is the younger of my two cats. The one who isn't making noise right now is currently curled up on my bed, sleeping peacefully. Did I really do that? Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah. Junior's the one making all the noise, and Mehmet, the older one, is currently sleeping on my bed. Okay, I must be tired because I'm forgetting things all of a sudden. Wait. It does do that. Okay. Alright. Oh, not super forgetful just yet. Just a little on the frazzled side. So, and then this is not supposed to be a full block. Made that same mistake twice now. It's to be that one. Pretty much a full block except for that one tiny little piece missing. So, do you mind if I ask if you have pets? So. There we go. Alright, just a little adjustment. I've been sitting in that same position for 2 hours now. Alright. Okay. And... here. And place these. Okay. May have put that a little too high up. Alright. Got that fixed. And let's just keep going. Alright. That's cool. So, both of my kits are both of my cats are North American short-hair tabbies. So they're just little fuzzballs that like to cuddle and like to be fed various products and stuff that they know is not good for them, but they still insist that they must have that can of tuna. So, as you know, cats do. So, every cat ever says, "I want more tuna." I so much as open a can of tuna in my house, I have two cats screaming at me for some. Even if I open the can of something that's not tuna, they scream at me and they want some. So, really hilarious. A couple of weeks ago, I opened a can of something, I forget what it was, and immediately they were right there. I'm just like, no, this is not for cats. Definitely not for cats. But, you know, they wouldn't hear of it. They absolutely had to have whatever it was that was in the can that made the sound that they really like. So, oh well. Joys of having cats. So, they're forever going to be finding cat hair on things. So, everybody at work knows knows you have a cat because you show up to work with cat hair on your clothes, stuff like that. Yeah. All right. Oh boy. Almost just barely going to have a surplus of this. At least for this particular segment, anyway. So these are just the little edges here. They're all going to merge together in the middle. That's going to be an interesting project. That's Mehmet. He loves dairy products, especially cheese, milk, anything like that. But he's... Whoa, I almost just ran off the side of my tower there. But he's developed a bad habit recently where he'll reach for and try to steal things from your plate, especially if it's something that he knows he thinks that he's going to like. So, and if you don't give it to him, oh boy, he lets you know he's upset. So, oh well. Cats can be brats sometimes. I've been forgetting the slab. That's okay. That's an easy fix. Alright. Go and place the slab I've been forgetting. So, if you're ever finding yourself trying to detail a complicated roof and you don't know what to do with some of it, just play around with it. So, as in the case of what just happened, is mistakes happen. Okay, move on. So fix it, move on. Not going to be able to prevent every mistake. Just make sure that you understand what caused it in the first place, and you'll be fine. So. Alright. Oh my god. No, cats love cheese. Like, most cats will absolutely go ballistic for cheese. If they so much as even suspect you have cheese, they will, and they know what it tastes like. Oh yeah, most cats will go wild trying to get it from you. So, let's go here. So right now I'm putting in the center of the roof line that connects the 3 different segments I just made. Okay? And this is the part that is going to use a lot of deep slate because I'm using full blocks for this, so I don't know if my supply is going to last. certainly what I have in my inventory will not last very long. So, but that's okay. About time I move the scaffolding so it can go up and meet with this segment of the roof. And then we just simply draw in all the angles to bring it together in the center. So, alright, let's work our way down. And I'm just going to grab all the remaining cobble deep slate I have, which isn't much, and convert it into tiles. I may need to go get more. That's okay. Alright. That's okay. If I have to go get more, I can go get more. I am finishing this tower today. Where does that one go? A little to the side. In line with, so... Alright, so... That should put me right up in the slot right there in the middle. Yep. Right nice and... Holy wood? What surprised you, dude? So... A supply? I've put a bit of effort into trying to build up that. So... Yeah, it's a supply. Will it last? Probably not. We'll see. We shall definitely see. Since I'm down here, I'm going to use this as an opportunity to go shear my sheep again. Because currently I am using a ridiculous quantity of wood. Sorry, I heard something in my room. It sounds like my the cat that was asleep in my room is now using the litter box. And one more. There we go. Ah, that was right. As the shears broke. Okay. Make another pair of shears. Hi. Alright. With that in place, I can now run through and put the wool into position. And this is going to be the fun part. Yeah, it's... I've put a fair bit of time into farming up some wood and stuff, and as you saw, I have a few trees over behind the tower here. I'll show you in a second. So, I have a few trees growing. Spruce, jungle, dark oak. So, alright. Let's go ahead and drop down here, and we'll start working on... The next step in this process is putting the wool elements together so that they connect. Because since the wool element here is what's eventually going to be drawing everything in, I have to put this in first. So, not here though. I'm going to leave this spot empty. Go ahead. Get what we need in here. And then for this slot right here, oh yeah, it is absolutely perfect timing for the shears. So, was not intentional. So, but it's what happens. And yeah, I do not have enough wool for this stage. That's okay though. Only really going to need to bring it along for, bring it in for a few layers. It's mostly the one here on the corners, but also the one along the top I might have to do that, but I can cut that one for the time being. I'm going to concentrate on the corners for the moment. What you doing, Mr. Kitty, apart from being stinky? Yeah. Give myself a little bit of leeway here. Work around. Holy cow, cat, what did you eat? Oh my. Sorry, he just ate something very, very, very stinky. Get down from there. Now he's climbing my bookshelf. Cats. Love them, hate them. Throw them in a stew. Oh, I'm kidding. But yeah. So, cats do what cats do. Alright. I might have enough. I don't know. I've got 2 whole corners done. Still have 2 stacks of wool left. But it's the double ones that are going to really eat it up, so need to be careful with that. Go up. Oops. And shears are the best tool to break a block of wool. If you didn't know that, yeah, now you do. Let's keep going. There we go. Alright. Yeah, I should have enough wool. Anyway. Oh, yeah, this particular kitty cat, for the longest time, he was... I worked really long hours, so he would, because I wouldn't be home at a regular time, if I wasn't home by a certain point in time that he felt I should be home by, I'd wake up to him having used my bed as a litter box. Was not appreciated. So... Oh, cats can be their own challenging, own form of challenging. So, yeah. So, but, yeah. I know when I fall asleep tonight that he's going to curl up right next to me. He's going to be purring like a motor from a car, and is going to be super content. So. Hey, it works. So I have enough to continue the wool along the bottoms here. So that's what I'm going to do next, and I might have enough to continue them along here. If not, I'll play around with that. But at least I have enough to continue along the bottom of the deep slate here. So let's go ahead and do that real fast. Yeah, maybe not. Maybe I won't have enough. I don't know. Oh well. Over here. Just drop it down over here. With that said, this is also going to be augmented by some of the stuff I'll do on the interior of the tower, so some of it will be hidden away. And yeah, I think I'm going to fill in these corners. Not needed, but it will have an effect, so might as well. And then from here is where I bring in the roof, and I just draw in to fill in this space. And see how it has this overlap here? That is going to get covered by slabs. At least in this section. In this area, I might leave it like that. I might not. Probably will leave it like that. Oh. Okay. This isn't going to be the final version of the full roof line. There's going to be some more elements to it in time. So, yeah. So this is how I design a roof line. So. And there's various other things you can do as well. If you want to add like a stair step effect to it or something, you can put slabs in here, or you could just straight up use stair blocks. It's entirely up to you. So use what works for you and makes the most sense to you. Don't feel like you have to use something just because someone else does. I think I can get away. I'll have to go down and shear him again, but I think I can get away with this. Just this row, though. Don't think I will be able to on the other ones. Yeah, that should be fine. Anyway. There we go. And with that, we've got most of this done. Now, I'm going to be doing more with the center portion of the roof line here, but I did need to bring it in order to draw it together. Or not draw it together, but bring it in a bit in order to make everything seem all even. So I can go down and shear more sheep when the time is right for that. For now, let's just continue filling this in until I run out of wool. Don't need stair blocks on me right now. It's a decent supply of them, so... Anyway, I know a lot of people feel constrained when building roofs and they just end up using stair blocks, creating a nice 45-degree angle A-frame. I don't like that. I don't like to do that. So I let myself use a couple of other techniques. That said, I definitely do not have enough deep slate, so. Alright, well, I was hoping, but I did also get a bunch of cool stuff when I was down in the mines, so. That's okay. So you'll note I also haven't put a chimney in here. I'm not sure if I will. I mean, sure would bring it all together, but I'm not entirely sure if I will put a chimney in here. So. All right. So far, so smooth, though. And you're getting a good look at just the level of detail I like to put into my builds. I'm happy for that. Showing off isn't why I do this. It's to give others inspiration. Give them the encourage them to try it for themselves. And I'm out of deep slate. So I guess I get to go down to the mines again. That's fine. I've got a pickaxe that should hold up pretty well to that. Let's go and... oh yeah. Oh yeah. Alright, I'm definitely liking that. Let me clear my inventory a bit though. So I'm going to have to make sure I can carry as much as is possible. And I don't want to be constrained again because I failed to account for how much I would actually need to bring with me. Alright, that should be good for the moment. I don't suspect I'll need more than that. Worst case scenario, I can make it a couple pickaxes, so I should bring... Crafting tables are... where? Look at my crafting tables. They're there. Alright, down to the mines. Is this my Unbreaking 3? It's Unbreaking 2. Yeah, I can make more pickaxes when I get down there. First, though, sharing you guys. Oops. Yeah, I accidentally harmed one. Oops. Right now, at the rate that I'm using Deep Slate, I probably need at least another 2 stacks. So let's go ahead and grab that real fast. Which is odd, because I went down there with the intention to bring back 10 stacks, and I ended up bringing back 8, and I turned out to be 2 stacks short. Huh. Go figure. Oh well. Alright, here we go down to the caves, dude. And you ain't seen nothing yet. I've just gone a little bit of the ways in here. I'm going all the way down to Deep Slate level. So, get to see how deep this cave goes. You'll get to see the spawners I've located. I've already spent a fair bit of time mining in this area. You'll see there's a dripstone cave underneath. So, that is probably my favorite part about this. Dripstone cave. Up there. And there's the mine shaft. If I keep going this way, I'll be able to angle around to where the section that goes down to the Deep Slate level is. So, but if you look at this entire mine shaft just opens up into this huge aquifer. Or not really huge aquifer, but this much larger cave. Let's go down in here. I could go glow squid later. Don't really need them right now. Focused on what I'm going for, which there's a zombie down there, so just want to stay away from him. One spider spawner. There's another in a slightly different area. Not gonna worry about that. We already walked past the zombie spawner, and here's even more. Look at this cave. This is in Deep Slate now. Look at this. So there's lava flows through here. There's another aquifer. I mean, I just love some of this terrain generation in the caves. It's so freaking cool. What's that sound? Zombie down where I normally mine. You can't get to me. Okay. This is where I've been mining my Deep Slate. That sounded almost like a drown. Oh, you know what? It was a zombie that went in the water. It probably transformed into a drowned. Okay. If you didn't know, you can zombies can transform into drowned if they are immersed in water above their head for a long enough period. So you can do the same thing to turn skeletons into strays. So you have powdered snow now. Let's just go ahead and carve through and grab as much of this as I can. Oh, I'm sorry, dude. Yeah, I did something similar when I was about 7 years old with a rat. Our cat at the time, he caught him, caught the rat, and then instead of eating him, he gave him to me as a present. I didn't realize that, so here I am trying to perform, you know, basically a little bit of surgery on a rat that had been caught and injured pretty badly by a cat. So, yeah. I don't remember how long the rat lived, but I don't think it was very long. Be extremely careful of it, dude. It looks from a distance like regular snow, and if you're not prepared for it, you will walk right up into it, and you will fall. Powdered snow doesn't hold your weight unless you have leather boots on, and so you will fall either into a snowbank and freeze to death, or you could fall through into a ravine. That is also possible. So, oh, that's tough. I don't need tough. I mean, yeah, tough is pretty and whatnot, so... Okay, that was a... Take it. Grab some entities. Oh, that's a good chunk of gravel there. It never ceases to amaze me just how all the different resources and stuff generate underground in Minecraft. So, it's somewhat random, but not quite. I don't know how to explain it. So. Oh well. What covers like a halo area? Powdered snow? Oh. Okay. Yeah, let me just finish this area to dig out, and then I'll just call it. I'll head back. Should be plenty of deep slate. I shouldn't need any more than that. I don't really want to wear this pick down too much. Yeah, powdered snow is tricky. You do really have to be careful. It just... I'm not exactly sure what the term for it would be, but it just replaces certain air blocks with powdered snow blocks, and then that can really throw you off. Alright, so that's a decent amount of deep slate. I only really need 2 stacks. I've got nearly 4. Let's head back up. So yeah, like that, just like that, we've got all this here. So zombie there, creeper. Okay, I haven't been over there to light that spot up just yet. If I go over here, I can actually see something over there with glowing. Actually show you where I found a zombie spawner. I can't climb up that because dripstone. Dang it. So it's right through here. So I noticed there was just an abnormal number of zombies coming from this area, so I went to investigate. Lo and behold, there's not only a geode, this is an Amethyst Geode, but also an exposed zombie spawner with another geode right next to it. So, today, I've technically been playing since about 4 p.m., but I took a break from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. To eat some food. So technically I've only been playing about 2.5 hours now. So look, Amethyst. So yeah, only about 2.5 hours. So and I really want to get this castle done. So this tower done. So I'm gonna go ahead and start finish knocking it out. And there's only a couple steps left to do. So it's fairly straightforward, really. What's left. Just got to finish up the roof, which I've basically already done most of it. Gotta add a little bit more detail to it, and then yeah. So normally when I stream, if I stream during the week, like say between Monday and Friday, well Thursday, it's only about an hour-and-a-half stream because I usually stream from about 7 to 8:30ish. That's mostly because I have to be at work at 6 a.m. or 7 a.m. depending on what's needed for the day. So Yeah, so I have to get up early. But on Fridays and Saturdays, I tend to try to stream for at least 3 hours each time. Must be another cavity somewhere. Oh, I've been playing the game since... I'm gonna say May 2020. It's about when I first started playing it. It's when my roommate got it for me. And insisted I had to start joining up, playing with him. So, and then he and I joined a server called Baycraft shortly thereafter that. So, yeah, about a year and a half ish. So, but there was a period where I of about 6 months where I didn't play at all because I just didn't have the time. Didn't have the time or the energy for it. All right. So, and my computer was dying at the time. My laptop was dying. I only very recently got this computer. This computer is a chunkin' computer. So, let's convert these to more deep slate tiles. And I'll leave this extra stack of cobble deep slate as extra. Oops, I accidentally left redstone on me. Tough, which I don't need. Alright. All this stuff. I'll have it on me. I don't really need the crafting tables. Alright, so these are the blocks that I'm going to need for this next step. So. And might as well use this as a chance to skip the night, so I don't get phantoms on me while I go up to the top of the tower. That would be bad. Alright. Let's go up. More than half done with the roof here. The interior is going to be a bit different. Whoa. What's going on with my stream? Why is it so... Alright, I'm going to run a quick speed test to see what's going on with my bandwidth. Okay. I mean, I should have plenty of bandwidth for uploading. Let's try what this one says. I just ran the Google speed test, now let's run the Okula. Ouch! Okay, that's not good. I'm barely doing 200... I'm not even doing... Okay, there just crossed 250 megabytes for download. I'm on gigabit internet, so it's about 30 for upload. It should be fine for the upload speed, though. Something's definitely throttling the bandwidth, so... that's cool, dude. I'm a veteran World of Warcraft player. I'm just not gonna hide that fact. But I've also, prior to playing Minecraft, I was playing Space Engineers quite a lot. I've really very much enjoyed the game. It was one of the best games I've ever played, Space Engineers. And Minecraft, I knew that as soon as I got into it, I would be addicted. Oh, my stream is all choppy. It's not smooth like it should be. And I don't know why it's doing that. So, because it should be nice and smooth, I don't know what's causing it. Which frankly is very frustrating. So it might force me to end the stream a little sooner than I had originally planned. So, because I don't want to just keep streaming if it's being this laggy. Now, I'm not experiencing any lag in my end, and I just ran a speed test, and I should have plenty of bandwidth. So I don't know what's going on. Oh. And that's frustrating to me. There we go. So I think it's... Maybe it's just the playback that I've got. Give me a second to see what's going on with that. Okay. I restarted the playback at my end and it's running just fine. That was so weird. Okay. It's done it before, and that was at the same time my ISP had basically an outage in the area, so that's what I was afraid it was. It was the beginning of an outage. I was not looking forward to that. Okay, let's go along here and get this roof finished. There we go. Yeah, I restarted the stream and that seems to have solved it, so let's just go ahead and attribute it to the device I'm using for playback, which is my phone, is just not having a good day. Alright, I'm going to drop down here, and I'm going to fix a hole right here. This is from when I was using scaffolding up earlier. And yeah, we're all set here. Yeah, I don't know why it was doing that. Alright, let's carefully work our way down. Yeah, that did some damage. So I need to fix the edges there, but that's easy to do. I'm loving the look of this ceiling here. It's got depth, it's got multiple facets to it. I'm really quite happy with that. So there will be a few changes I'll make to it because, you know, of course I'm going to make some changes here and there, but I think it looks just fine. I really do. So one of the things I am going to have to do, and for that I'm going to need a lot of scaffolding, is to run a couple of support braces across the center of the roof. That's the wrong thing to do. There we go. So, thank you, dude. I'm really glad you like it. So it's been a work of complex factors, really. All right. I know some people say it's been a labor of love. I'm like, I'm not gonna say that. All right, let's walk into a hole. All right, let's start by going here and apparently placing blocks wrong because obviously I don't know how to use scaffolding. All right, we're going to go up a bit and we're going to work on the interior. Yeah, dude. I'm happy. I'm happy with it. All right, a little bit more. I can make that work. All right. Here comes the fun part of this particular process. Figuring out how I'm going to anchor everything here. until that gets all nice and stabilized. There we go. Because to fix this right here, which I do not like the way this glow occurs and where it occurs. Oh, okay. That's what these are for. So, can use this to block. Is it? It's not working. Should work. These are all top slabs, the bottom slab there, so I'm probably just going to have to use full bricks. That's okay. I was really hoping not to, but that's okay. I'm just trying to cut back on the amount of glare that comes through on these things. Okay. Well, with that in mind, that does mean I have to do the next stage here before I go any further. Otherwise, it's going to end up badly. So the next stage is actually done with spruce. And that's going to be a... wrong block. Alright. That's going to be done like this. So we're just simply going to bring these two out with spruce logs, like so, to a point. We're going to do the same thing on that side and in the other four corners. The reason being is this is then going to form kind of like a box in the center here that I can build off of. So, and this is going to form kind of like a frame. This is all... I've moved on from exteriors. I'm now doing interiors right now. So bear that in mind, please. A lot of this is going to be kind of strange if you're not used to it. So it's actually next to that and that. Okay. Break this block. Alright. That back, and then put the block like so. I can then run it across in the different directions I need to in order to connect everything up. So... anyway, as I've been building this, I've been going over kind of a history lesson, so I'm just going to continue doing that as I build this particular element in the design. The way larger castles were constructed in medieval times, and for centuries, and I mean that literally centuries afterwards, was to focus on a design that would always be in a state of collapse. But because of where everything was put, such as logs in the walls or logs in cross braces, no matter what, the force of each wall falling against the central structure was balanced out by the force of the opposite wall or the roof pushing against it. That's what I'm attempting to recreate here. So, and the way that those were more often than not managed would be with what were called cross trusses in large, especially large towers. A cross truss invariably was what kept the tower from basically imploding. And trust me, they imploded a lot if this was done incorrectly. So, alright, I've got that done. Let's go ahead and work my way down, actually. Yeah, that's just going to be taking me further up, isn't it? Yeah. Not what I had in mind. Okay. That happened. Let's pick up all these blocks so we don't float around. And there we go. I'm going to finish this off. So look how clean that looks versus that. I'm hoping to avoid that, but I don't think necessarily possible 100% of the time. Yeah, the vast majority of large stone structures built after about, say 1100 were these massive, truly massive projects. There's a zombie somewhere nearby. Where in the hell did you come from, dude? Alright, well, there's a zombie. Oh. 7 days to die, so I don't need to worry about it too much right now. And he's not going to get aggressive, so... yeah, circa about 1150, they started building castles and large stone structures with a different concept and design. And more often than not, that concept and design... Oh. I'm gonna have to go up and deal with him. It must have been just far enough away, and it must just be dark enough up there for something to spawn in. Didn't think about that. Should have. It's pretty obvious, but no, I didn't think about it. So let's do this one real fast. I thought for a minute that he spawned on the outside of the tower somewhere, not that he spawned on the inside. So trust me, all this stuff up here is going to get spawn proofed and dealt with, so you know they aren't a threat. So a zombie like him won't be a threat now. It's not a zombie. I just bumped the microphone. I'm sorry. It's not a zombie that I'm worried about. It's a creeper. So. Yeah, he's not on the roof. He's in the rafters. He is right up here and close and personal with me. So. I didn't think to light it up when I was over there. So now I'm going to have to take care of him like this. Oh. These things happen, though. It's an easy fix. A couple torches. So. Come on. There's 2 of them? Okay. Now, let's do the thing that I forgot to do. And light this area up. So I don't have to deal with them again. Place that there. Okay. Alright. Zombie dealt with. Let's head across here. Oh, there's so many zombies out there. Alright. That's okay, though. Alright, it's also a place right there. And there we go. So far, not a big deal. Couple zombies, easily done. Shatters? Well, what do you mean by shatters? You mean shaders? Oh. Variants, let me see about getting some more stone brick. Yeah, like glass shatters. I'm like, wait, excuse me? You noticed it though, so that's, yeah. Just need to do the one corner. That should be plenty enough there. Okay. Go. Oh, rafters. That's I think that's the word you're looking for, rafters. Um, yeah, the rafters, what they would do, especially in a large structure such as this, would keep the walls from falling in, and then allowed the roof to kind of just sit on them. So. All right. Yeah, sometimes some things are. Sometimes we think one word and another one comes out, and it's the most ridiculous thing ever. I do that more often than I care to admit at work. So. Alright. Move that away. Place that there. There we go. Alright. With that, this whole area is now set up. I just gotta knock out these few blocks down here. And now we've got the rafters in this area going on. Now there's going to be more to the interior here. This is just one step in the process. So. It's alright, dude. It happens. So, with this up here lit, we now have the roof in a good place. And up here is going to be kind of like a really cozy attic-like space. So, let's go ahead and break the scaffolding. Because the next step of this process is going to use a lot of coal. So, and that's part of the reason why I have so many logs, by the way, dude. Is coal is... Those blocks go. Did they just end up in the bamboo? Yes. Alright. I don't need so much scaffolding anymore, so... Grabbed way too much. Alright, and I'm done with the roof. So the roof stuff can go in here. I did make too many stairs. That's probably what ended up slowing me down more than anything else, but... It's okay. I'll keep some of this stuff on me, but I don't need any more stuff for the roof. That's my good Silk Touch pickaxe. So, that there. I might use some of that. Just talking to myself while I get myself organized for the next step of this process, which is going to take most of my spruce logs. Not gonna lie, it's gonna take a good chunk of my spruce logs. I can ease up how many I'm going to need by taking a couple stacks of bamboo and converting the bamboo into sticks. So if you didn't know, you can convert bamboo into sticks. And it's, yeah. It's hit or miss. So, but, you know, is what it is. And from this, I'm going to make campfires. Now, I don't have enough coal for all this. As you can see, it takes a lot of logs. So, 53, I'm afraid, will not be enough. So, I'm going to take a couple of blocks of coal from here. I've been using them as fuel. Convert that and see what this makes me now. 51 until I've run out of logs, which is the point in which I've run out of logs, which is okay. That I can work with. Pretty much out of sticks too, so we're good to go there. And now I've got one of the best blocks for creating a surface on like a wooden raised surface. So let's go ahead and chop down. Actually, I should chop all this down. So I don't need the bamboo farm in the middle of my base anymore. And eventually I'm eventually going to automate bamboo production, so I don't really need to worry about production I just lost. Bamboo has a number of uses. You can use it to make scaffolding, which is this stuff right here, which is currently still full of bamboo. You can use it for fuel in a furnace. You can use it to make sticks. If you're going with villager trading, bamboo converted to sticks is the cheapest way of taking advantage of the stick trade that Fletcher's will give you. And trust me, the stick trade is a really good trade. I would argue that it's probably number 2 or number 3 in terms of the best trades in the game if you use bamboo to supplement it. So I'm grabbing a bunch of spruce planks that I've got here because I'm going to need to turn them into slabs. Some oak. Okay. And we're just going to drag across and make slabs. Lots of slabs. And then we're also going to use the trapdoors I've got along with the campfires. So, yeah, the main advantage of bamboo is that it's just so cheap to produce huge quantities of it. It requires so few resources to input. So, yeah. So next thing for this is we're going to work on building the upper layer. Or at least I'm going to work on building the upper layer. I should grab more food before I do that. And the upper layer for this whole build is going to be centered around... Yeah, that should be plenty. There we go. It's going to be centered around a large central atrium, which is where we're currently standing. And then it's going to have a raised upper layer, and there's going to be even more going further up into the tower. So to build this, I'm first going to use the scaffolding to get up to the right level that I need to be at. Which would be helpful if I had the scaffolding on my hotbar. Alright, and for this I'm also going to need my shovel. So at about this point is where we're going to start a portion of it. So we're going to run scaffolding up to one more layer. I'll just go 2. Even though I won't need it, I can go up to 2, and this will give me the opportunity to rearrange things in here. Actually, before I continue with this, I should grab a very, very critical tool that I did not grab before. That is Silk Touch Pickaxe. Why? Trust me, it'll help. Actually, let's just swap this out. So my pickaxe is my Silk Touch Pickaxe. So the reason for that is you can place campfires a couple different ways. And if I were to place it against the wall here, it'll have them angled a certain way. And if I rotate it, it'll have them angled a different way. And if I don't get that angled just right, I'll have to break and replace it. And if I break and replace it without using Silk Touch, I have to remake, because I just get the charcoal back. And it's such a waste of resources. So, that said, we're at the right level right now. So we're going to place along here. The first layer of stone brick is going to get the campfires. They're going to get placed like that. Step back a little bit. So, and then we're simply going to douse them with a spade. See, if I'm standing on it, it'll damage me, but I don't have to be standing on it in order to place it. So we're going to do this along the whole perimeter here, okay? I just fell. That's fun. Okay, it's 10:54 right now, so... Anyway, but I wanted them to be at the same level and height as the windows here, so you'll be able to look out the windows at the army of pillagers currently captured inside boats. But no, but seriously. Can step back here through shifting and hit it with a shovel, and that'll take care of it. So and this is how I'm going to create this upper level here. This makes a perfect non-complex spawn-proofed surface. But I'm going to add in spruce slabs to give it a little bit of variation, which are almost exactly the same height. You can walk between them without any kind of fuss, difficulty, and you can make it look like the campfires are being used as kind of like a strengthening surface in order to help keep everything all stable. So I'm going to run 2 layers of the spruce slabs heading out this way. And I'm probably also going to place a few torches up here. But yeah, and then along this edge, I'm going to try and keep the orientation the same every single time, are going to be the campfires. So, place this right here. And since I have this placed right now, I'm not going to take much damage from the campfires at all, but you know, it is worth to keep in mind. And now I've got a continuous surface that will arc around the interior that will be complicated. And I can add in additional layers on top of this. I can embed them in the wall. I've got lots of options on what I can do with. So, right. Let's see. Let's continue building out this way. So, and it's probably actually going to be somewhere about here, where this goes all the way across in a straight line. But right now, I'm just getting the back end put in a place where I'm going to be able to easily use it. So, and there we go. That should be good. As long as it lines up. That's the big thing. That's the big trick with campfires. If it doesn't line up, it looks weird. If it does, I mean, it can look really quite great. Unless you're going for that kind of messy design, but I don't really want that right now. I want this to be like it was planned. So, and see, now you have this kind of like banding going in, and it looks like it's just helping anchor everything into the side from both angles. So. All right. Here, let's go along this edge. I don't believe I will end up with enough slabs, but that's okay. First time I used campfires in a build, I kept standing in them. I took all kinds of damage. I think I died at one point. Oh, it was not an experience that I was wanting to repeat, and then I realized just how much it impacted the build and made it look good. So I made myself keep using it. I believe it's... I'm blind. It goes in this slot right here. Okay. Let's put that in here. And let's go over here. And one of the cool advantages of using campfires is they make a readily available light source when and if you need them. They're right there already. You just have to use a flint and steel on them. Yeah. Here we go. Let's see, I just ran into the fire there. Alright. Let's put our torches up here to make this all nice and lit. And yeah, you can see, yeah, I don't have enough spruce planks to continue this. That's alright. So... Oh, don't worry about it, dude. I'm actually barely able to keep my eyes open right now. So, I really actually should start looking towards going to sleep. It's 11 p.m. where I'm at, and yeah, it's a bit on the late side for me. I don't want to mess up my sleep schedule too much for the rest of the week, though, so I'll have to be careful. Right now I'm trying to open up a bag of candy so I can eat something, so... Oh, come on. There we go. A few pieces of candy. So, I brought up a couple other blocks to help me build with this. Campfires being only one of them, but they're going to be one of the more important ones. So I'm going to add in another row in this center line of campfires, still keeping in with the same aesthetic. Along the middle right here, just to kind of flesh out the center. Give it some interesting shape. Cool thing with campfires is they connect to each other, and they're their skins just complement each other quite well. They don't look like standalone blocks when placed next to each other. They actually click in and fit quite well. So. Oh, you on the U.S. East Coast? It sounds like. That's quite late, dude. So, I don't know if you have responsibilities in the morning or anything. I'm just, yeah, that's kind of late, dude. Certainly later than I entertain. Actually, this is supposed to be a slab. So, see, first one that I placed wrong. But because of Silk Touch, it's an easy fix. Let's go ahead and replicate the same thing over here. Probably not. I'm pretty busy tomorrow. So if I do stream, it won't be for a very long time. But I will be streaming on Monday. So, because Monday's one of the days I regularly stream on. So if you're wanting to watch more, dude, Monday, I would very much appreciate it. 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. That's usually when I start. So. And every viewer is appreciated, so I'm not going to lie about that. So every viewer is very much appreciated, especially as I get started out. So I think I'll run one more row across here. So this is the tricky part with these ones. They're going to be kind of awkward. Anyway, as long as I don't get burned too many times, should be fine. Let's go ahead and do the same thing on the far side here. So. Here is a skeleton nearby. It's light outside, though. Oh, you know, it's the campfire sounds that I'm hearing. Okay. Alright. Well, we've got quite a bit set up here. I'm going to keep adding in bits and pieces of detail to make the whole thing seem a bit more structural. Tree there. I'm gonna have to go chop down another tree. Yeah, it's unavoidable. Okay. And the last campfire goes in that slot. Alright, that actually works out quite nicely. And it looks awesome from down here. It really does. So let's go and this should hold up for a little bit, I guess. I have to chop down a spruce tree anyway. I think I'll only just need the one for now. So let's go up here. So much wood. So, I converted most of the logs that I had into those planks. Actually, no, into those campfires. So, the outside still needs a few more details added to it, especially to spawn-proof it. But I think... Oh yeah, no, I don't think I'm going to be able to finish it tonight, especially the interior. But hey, dude, I really look forward to having you come by and look at it. So, let me go and... Yeah, let me go over here. And one final view in the stream to show what it looks like from a distance. And then I think I'm going to finish things and close it up a bit, so... and then once this is done, it's going to become the thumbnail for the series, by the way. So, and I mean, I'll change it over time, but yeah, every 10 episodes or so is when the thumbnail is going to change. Just anticipate that. So, there we go. Alright, let's head up. And I like that. That looks pretty good. The roof still needs a few more details to it, but yeah. That's this nice, curved, very, very sturdy looking tower. And if you have a couple of those that are anchoring your castle, yeah, that will work quite well. So there's still a bunch of details like along here that I need to implement up there, but damn, that looks good. What do you think? So I'm actually quite loving this. So thanks, dude. Have a good night, all right? So, and trying to get some sleep. And go check on all the stuff from the spruce tree that chopped down that I'm probably going to start winding down myself. So, the outside probably needs about another hour, and the inside probably needs another 2. So, that's stuff that I can work on throughout the course of the week while I'm doing villagers. So, most of next week, dude, is going to be villagers. And then, of course, end busting on Saturday. So, anyway, yeah, that tree is decaying. So there's all kind of those leaves are all decaying. Yay. 3 saplings. 4th up there. You are really being difficult, aren't you? Alright. Got saplings to replant the tree, so let's do that. So there's some sticks here. Alright. Yeah, hi, dude. Alright, let's, and my cat's making a lot of noise again. Alright, I'm gonna call it a night. Jeez. It's hitting, yeah. So, with that said, we've made really good progress on the tower, and once we get to the next couple stages here, which is going to be decorating the interior, putting in some functional farms, yeah, I'm really enthusiastic about it. But with that said, thank you for tuning in. It's very much appreciated. And yeah, if anyone has any comments or suggestions, feel free to go ahead and mention that on the comments below. Send me a message. And with that said, this has been Wolfe. Everyone, have a good night.